everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. In today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is Message from Your Future Self. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. Okay, Spirit, our topic today is Message from Your Future Self. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? And these are really crooked. Okay, can we have a card for number 3, please? Okay, pile number 1, your stone is Aventurine. And your card is Zebra. Okay, pile number 2, your card is Moss Agate. And your card is Otter. Pile number 3, your stone is Apatite. And your card is Raccoon. Please take as long as you need choosing your pile or piles. You can choose, or you can pause the video if you need to, if you need more time. And I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. Your stone is Aventurine. And your card is Zebra. I get a few things here. So I feel like for some of you, you've been feeling that life has been a little dull, that your life needs more color, that you need something added to your life. Something might be missing. And I think for some of you, you're trying to figure that out. And I think others of you, you just don't even know which direction to look in. What I get with the zebra is that you need some kind of movement in your life. So the first part of the message from your future self is that you need a sense of movement. You need to move away from where you currently are. So that could be literally moving, and if it's a literal move, that could be just moving to a different home. That could be moving to a different city, a different state, a different country, a different territory, just whatever that means to you. It could mean you need a change of scenery. It could even just mean taking a vacation, getting away from things, coming back with a clear mind. It seems like you might not be seeing everything that is available to you. It seems like you might be thinking just black or white. It has to be this way or this way, when there's actually a whole different world here that you're not seeing. So your future self wants you to know to keep an open mind. Make sure that you stay curious about things. Don't get kind of stuck in a rut. Don't allow yourself to feel like, oh, well, I can't do that because of this reason, or I can't do this because of this reason. Like, it's okay to take a chance. It's okay to expand your horizons. It's okay to look for a new job. If you are feeling kind of stuck in any situation, your future self wants you to know that expanding will help you feel much better. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards. Okay, our topic today, Spirit, is Message from Your Future Self. What does pile 1's future self want to say? Connect to source. Go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. This goes back to what I was saying. I think for some of you, you don't know exactly what needs to be done or what to do to give your life more color, to make you feel better. And so some of you need to kind of go within and connect with your soul energy and really try to figure out what would make me feel happy? What would make me feel fulfilled? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do to kind of get this flow back in my life? Because here you have water, and then here you have fire, and the zebra, you know, zebras, horses, anything like that, it's movement. It's gaining momentum even. So this could even be your future self telling you to keep going, or to figure out what it is that will bring you this sense of happiness and pursue that. What else would you like to add? Okay. Back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine tuning. And look at how colorful this creature is here. And I think I mentioned that earlier with the black and white. It's like, don't necessarily look at things. It's not black or white. There's some color that you're missing. There are some things that you're missing. So your future self wants to tell you that if you've been feeling stuck, or if something hasn't been working out for you, perhaps that means that that particular thing is not meant for you. Maybe you're feeling just stagnant and stuck there. And definitely you need movement. You need to be able to move more freely. There could be something that you're missing. So if something's not working, it could be that you're not meant to be in that situation anymore, that you need to move away from it. And if you're like working on your goals or a project or something like that, if that's not working, if for some reason like you have writer's block or you can't get all the pieces to fit together, perhaps you're missing something. So just think about that as you're moving forward. Your future self is definitely trying to tell you that something's missing. You need some kind of movement in this situation. And we're going to get more information as we look at your other cards. Let's see. What else does pile one's future self want to tell them? Oh, these are two cards. Okay, let's do this one first. Okay. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Exactly. Okay. Because again, we have movement. So there's a sense of being stagnant. Things, maybe even feeling a little, I don't know if I want to say depressed, but a little non-motivated, just feeling kind of blah, just like there's no color, there's no excitement, there's no real desire to do what you've been doing. So Spirit is saying that definitely you need a change of scenery. You need to move around. You need to do something that's going to kind of liven your life up a little bit so that you can feel more connected to things, feel more connected to yourself, so that you can try to figure out, getting grounded too is another thing that just came up, so that you can figure out what it is that will kind of get you out of this rut that you seem to be in here. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So your future self wants you to know that, first of all, you have spirit guides, animal guides. You have all of these things looking out for you. So if you do want to move somewhere, if you do want to try something new, whatever this movement is, you're not alone. So your future self wants you to know too, don't be afraid to do something, because you don't know what's waiting for you on the other side. You might have a fear that where you are might be better than where you might end up. But the thing is, how would you know unless you actually try? So that's that. And I was only going to take two cards, but this one, was also calling my attention. Break the chains, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. So do you feel like you want to kind of branch out in your life, but maybe your parents or friends or family, somebody around you thinks that you should just stay in this little bubble where you are? Because I'm feeling like that's been kind of suffocating to you, kind of beating you down a little bit. And I feel like that's not what is meant for you in this life. That's not what's meant for your soul in this life. So break the chain. Again, we're talking about going from non-movement to movement. So we're going to get more information with your tarot cards, but there's definitely something going on that your future self wants you to know, that taking a risk, doing something adventurous, keeping an open mind as far as where you go from here, that will take you very far. And it's definitely going to take you a lot further than staying in this little box like where you are right now. And you know, being in a box like that is perfectly fine for some people. Some people really thrive that way in this one particular area. But there's something about your soul, there's some kind of calling that I'm feeling that will really kind of breathe life back into your situation, into your soul, into your energy. And we're going to look at your tarot cards. And the funny thing about your tarot cards is I have these already chosen, or, you know, usually I already know what tarot cards I'm going to use for each pile. And yours happen to be a unicorn pile, which is so interesting because once again, it's confirmation that movement is needed in your life in some form or another, which we're going to get more information with these cards. So let's go ahead and look at what they have to say. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 1, what does pile number 1's future self want to say? Okay. The Sun card. You need more sunshine in your life. You need more joy in your life. And this could involve another person. So maybe if you want to move somewhere or follow your heart, your dreams, whatever, maybe you're in a relationship with somebody and you feel that maybe they won't be supportive, or maybe you're afraid to approach the subject with them. But what I'm seeing here is that your partner would be supportive of you. Your partner might have an open mind. Maybe you need to kind of talk to them. Maybe they need more information, but I'm feeling that if you have a partner, I feel that they will either be on board with you, and if they're not, then that's going to be a decision that you need to make if you're going to stay in this relationship, stay in this box with this person, or if you want to expand your horizons. The other thing is, if you're afraid of being alone, okay, which is really important because remember, where was it? Oh, here. You are not alone. So maybe you feel that stepping away from this box, you're going to be alone, you're going to be on your own, it's really scary. Well, your future self and spirit want you to know that you're going to find your people. You're going to find that special person to spend time with, that special person who will be crossing your path because you took this chance, because you started moving forward. And also, with the unicorn here and the sun, you're going to be guided to the right place at the right time, meeting the right people at the right time. And it's almost like taking a step forward, taking a chance, you can do no wrong, is the feeling that I'm getting, that you want to tell yourself. The Knight of Rods, which is the Knight of Wands. I was trying to say those two words at the same time and it didn't work. Okay. Again, this is a fire card. And in this whole deck is, you know, the unicorns. It's like a movement card. So I feel that you are, okay, I feel like there might be two kind of two groups of you. So there could be, or maybe more, but what's coming to me now is that some of you have an idea for something, but you're a little nervous. You're a little scared. You don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to be alone? Am I going to meet people? And, like, just kind of, it's like you have the sense of adventure, but you might also have a fear, but at the same time, you think everything's going to work out. So it's kind of like part of you pushes your fears down and says, I'm going to go and do it and I'm going to make it work. But then your ego comes in and you're like, oh, but I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know. I might be alone. I don't know. And so your future self wants you to know that it's okay to move forward. You're going to figure things out as you go along. There's something calling you somewhere and you need to listen to that. And then others of you, I feel like maybe you've been kind of suppressed, or something's keeping you here, some situation, some relationship, whatever it is keeping you here, and it's kept you there so long that you've lost that passion, you've lost that zest. And your future self and spirit want to let you know that it doesn't always have to be this way, that you can climb out of this and you can find that passion again. Because I feel like there's either something that you would love to be doing, or if you kind of come out of this little box and kind of breathe again, I feel like you're gonna find something, or you're gonna have something from the past that comes back to you, and you say, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. Let me think about doing that. Okay. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. So I feel that it's like a distraction or something. It's like maybe some of you have been in a job that at one point in time was working out for you. Perhaps you were making money in this job. Maybe that's why you took the job to begin with. But then you started to not really enjoy it the way that you used to enjoy it. And not only were you not enjoying your job anymore, but it started to take away everything else in your life. Like you were feeling depressed at work. So then you go home and you're feeling depressed, and you kind of lost that energy. Maybe you used to paint. Maybe you used to do something creative. Maybe you were pursuing your hobbies or your passions outside of work, and you really lost that for one reason or another. And so what you want to tell yourself, your future self wants to tell you that get back on task. Remember who you used to be. Remember what your dreams and goals used to be. And that bringing those back into your life, or taking a chance to pursue those goals, you're going to feel alive again. And then it's literally going to raise your vibration. And in doing that, it will basically change the events of your life moving forward, because you're vibrating on that higher level. Whereas now you're it's almost like you don't even care what else is around you. So like, remember all the color here, and you're just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. But coming out of that space, you're going to feel revived again. We have the Ten of I'm doing it again. The Ten of Rods, which is the Ten of Wands. I'm trying to say those two words at the same time. So you either feel alone right now, or you feel like you will be alone doing things on your own. But the thing is, stepping out of where you are is going to lead you to your soul tribe, because I don't feel that, and you may have some of your soul tribe now, but the way that your energy is a bit stagnant right now, I feel like, how can you really connect to people who will feed your soul if the people that you may connect to are in the same situation that you're in right now? Does that make sense? So stepping outside of the box, knowing that where you are now, I feel that for some of you, where you are now is changeable. So I know some of you are in situations that you're literally stuck in for the time being. So I want to acknowledge you as well. And knowing that your future self wants to tell you that you feel stuck now, and that is definitely something that you're validating, something that you're agreeing with. But at the same time, it's not going to be like that forever. And just know your future self wants to tell you that, to just know that when it's your time to come out of this, things are going to start to change for you. And in the meantime, try to do something to uplift your energy as you're going to start moving out of this place that you're in right now. And then for others of you, you want to tell yourself that you can change this. You have the ability to move away from this. And really all you have to do is start moving forward. Remember, your reading is all about movement. The Ace of Swords. You're going to have some sort of breakthrough. Like I said here, if you're in that group where you're literally stuck, you're down on your luck, or you need to finish the situation, whatever it is. If you're in that group, you're going to have a breakthrough really soon. It's almost like you're going to see the light. You're going to have an idea. Things are going to start to almost kind of, problems that you've had that have kept you kind of stuck are going to kind of start to disintegrate. And you're going to start to see things and figure out how you can move out of the situation. Communicating your ideas, speaking into the universe what it is that you want, figuring things out. If you get this great idea to do something or a way out of the situation, don't just stop there. Look into it. Figure out, okay, well, what is this idea? What can I do next? Because remember, we're talking about movement and changing the energy. Then we have the Nine of Rods. I guess I'm going to do this the whole reading. Nine of Rods, which is the Nine of Wands. What I feel here is, first of all, these rods remind me of nails that you would like put in a wall or something, which makes me think of construction. And so I feel like you want to tell yourself that you can construct the life that you want to live. You have that ability, even if you feel like you don't right now, which I understand that feeling. Your future self wants to tell you that you're almost at the end of that journey. Take this great idea that you either have or this great idea that you're going to get and run with it. Hold on to that idea, because soon enough you're going to break through. You're going to finish this pattern or the situation that you're in, and you're going to be able to move forward. So stay strong. You don't have that far left to go in this particular situation. Okay, then we have the Judgment card. I love how the cards just line up. This is exactly what I've been telling you. With the 10 of Rods and the 9 of Rods. 10 of Wands and 9 of Wands. You're almost there. You're going to be able to extract yourself from the situation. Even if it feels like you're not going to be able to, you will be able to. And for those of you who know that you can just pick up and go and create this movement that you want, Spirit, and for all of you, but Spirit and your future self want you to know that change is coming. For whatever reason, you're supposed to have this change at this time in your life. And that's because things are going to line up that are going to change your life. So don't be afraid to take a chance. You might have two options, two things that you can pursue, two different paths you can go. So that could either be stay where you are or move forward, or it could be that moving forward you have two different options. And I say that because here you have two, here you have two, and here you have two. So I think for some of you, you could either I think for those of you that feel like you're stuck, you can either stay where you are, or you can try to think of what you want to do once you're not stuck here. Does that make sense? And then for others of you, I think that you are going to realize that you have two paths that you could take here. You could either go left or right. Oh, and then also there's two here as well. So either way, there are options waiting for you, and your future self wants you to know that there's going to be a difference in these two options. They're going to look pretty similar, but there's going to be a difference in how you feel about each of these options. So really, your future self wants you to know to tune into your intuition, explore both options, maybe do like a pros and cons on both of these things, and follow your heart. Really, really follow your heart, because you're going to be guided in the right direction. It's just going to feel right. Okay, with the Four of Swords card, this goes to what I was just saying, to follow your heart, do the pros and cons method. There's no rush here. So some of you may really want to jump into this right away, like once you really get that idea and you get excited about it. And then others of you kind of want to take more of your time with things. And either way, no matter which person you are, your future self wants you to know that there's no rush. It's okay to have this idea, to think about it, get all the details, just rest, think about it, and work up to it, because that would be in your best interest, so that you get all the details, so that you know exactly where you're going, what you want to do, how you're going to do it. And also, as you're doing that, other things are going to be lining up. So other people that you're going to meet are going to be, their energy is going to be shifting more to align with your timeline, with what you're doing. So remember, where was it? You are not alone. And then here also with the Sun card, you're not alone. So you're going to meet people. You're going to have people in your life that are going to support you, people that want to be around you, people that will help you on your path, people that you will enjoy being around. So there's no rush. And also another thing I'm getting for some of you here is that for those of you who feel like you've been waiting forever, your future self wants you to know that it's not always going to be like that. Divine timing is at play here, and slowly things are going to start to shift for you. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, slowly things are shifting. Slowly things are happening. When you get this idea, stick to it. See, there's something, I don't know, some of you might be artists. Some of you might have a hobby that you used to do that you should be doing again to kind of breathe some life into your current situation. So your spirit self wants you to know to be patient with yourself. Things are happening. Divine timing is happening. And also don't be hard on yourself if you feel like you're in this situation because of something you did, or something about work here. So if you weren't able to pursue your hobbies or your passions because of work, that's okay. You're going to have time to do that soon. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Things are going to reverse for you, literally all the way around. So you have the Ten of Rods, which is the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like a total reversal. You're going to find so much balance. You're going to be around people who love you, who care about you. You're going to have all of your dreams coming true. So your future self wants you to know that moving forward, changing this energy, going forward with this, it's going to literally bring about everything that you're desiring. You're going to have stability. You're going to have, your finances are going to change. You're going to have more money. If you're interested in meeting somebody, you're a romantic partner, you're going to meet somebody. And you're going to also have more joy in your life, a lot more just grounding overall. It's like your life is just opening up. So I really feel that your future self wants you to know that things are going to change for you. Things are going to change for the better. You're going to feel so much better emotionally. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel glad that you listened to yourself, glad that you followed these ideas that you had here. And you're just going to feel more stable. You're going to feel, I'm telling you, it's going to be night and day from where you are now. And the whole key to this, for some reason, this is so important that your future self keeps telling me. And maybe I'm not seeing, because this is a general reading, there could be something that I'm not seeing, or maybe you're all in like a different circumstance, but the general underlying situation is the same. It's all about movement. There's something, it could be just moving forward, getting started on these goals, because it's like, well, you may be saying, well, I don't know if that's going to work out. Should I waste my time on that? Well, you're not wasting your time, first of all. Second of all, yes, it is going to work out. It's going to work out even better than you could have ever imagined. And then we have the Seven of Rods. Yeah, so again, there's a little like movement here. It's like looking at things from a different perspective, thinking of, instead of thinking, well, what if it doesn't work? Think, well, it is going to work. Or what if it does work? Or so getting a different perspective. If you're not sure how to make things happen, look at it one thing at a time. Figure out this number one, then number two, then number three. So again, this makes me think of a nail and a hammer. And when you're creating a house, when you're designing a house, let's say you're going to build your house from scratch, and this is just like a metaphor. Well, you don't have the whole house built in one day. You literally start from the foundation and work your way up. And then you put the paint on, and then, obviously I'm skipping steps here, but you get the picture. Tackle one thing at a time, and next thing you know, you're going to have so much progress here, and you're going to be so glad that you actually took those steps forward. So do something different, do something a little bit out of the ordinary. Travel if you want, move if you want, maybe volunteer doing something that's different for you. And don't be afraid. Know that you're not going to be alone. Know that whatever the cycle is that you're in can be broken. Things are going to work for you. And I wish you all the luck on this. Just really good luck. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you can find the link for my website below. Hello, pile number 2. Your stone is Moss Agate, and your card is Otter. What I get with this is that there's something with your emotions that's a little bit off. I feel for one reason or another, you've been feeling a little dark or down. And your future self wants to tell you that what you're looking for is very close to you. Things are starting to change. You're starting to get color coming back into your life. It feels like you either lost a sense of joy, or you haven't been able to experience joy, like you haven't had time, or you haven't had the ability to go out and do really fun things, or do things that really kind of feed your soul. Like this sense of celebrating life every day seems like it's kind of faded away from you a little bit, and that you're trying to, or well, your future self wants to let you know that things are going to change, and that if you're trying to change things, things are going to start to move for you pretty soon. So it could be that things have been a little bit stagnant for you. Maybe because this is also I'm getting friends, family. Maybe you've been away from your friends and family. Maybe it's going back to them, or maybe it's about finding your soul tribe. So maybe you recently moved, or maybe you need to move. There's something going on where you're looking for something better. It's like whatever your situation is, you're not living to your full potential as far as happiness goes. And your future self wants you to know that for some reason it's like a process you had to go through, but that's going to be changing soon. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards and see what other information we can get. It's like a slow process for some reason, but you're going to come into happiness pretty soon. Okay, so what else would your future self like to tell you for pile number 2? Okay, leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Leaping in the air. Okay, look at how happy this card is. So you're really close to getting your joy back. That is amazing. Remember, your future self wants you to know that you're very, very close. So don't give up. No, because you're a joyful person. I think you're a social person. I think you're a very giving person. You have so much positive, like such a positive outlook on life. And I think that with the dark colors on the top and bottom of this card, I feel like something has kind of dimmed your light a little bit, but that light's about to come back. And I feel like you're going to find so much happiness. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel almost like you're walking on air with this card here. And almost like it's going to just refresh your mind even. You're just going to, sounds like it's breathing life into your brain, your creativity. And also if there is something that you've been putting off, if you want to work on a hobby again, if you want to maybe try to turn your hobby into a career or something like that, if you haven't been sure how to do that, I feel that you're going to get those ideas very soon. So your future self wants to tell you, no matter what your situation is, because there's, a variety of people watching this, whatever your situation is, it's going to change soon. In this loneliness that I'm feeling, kind of feeling stuck or lonely or just not quite right, that's going to be changing soon. And it definitely has something to do with emotions, because these are both water cards and then the air. So the way that you're thinking about something. Adrift in shallow water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Adrift in shallow water. Okay, I get a couple things with this card. First of all, what I want to point out is you see the light coming in here, and remember the light's coming in here. So this place that you've been in is starting to change. You're going to come out of that. You're getting to the end of this tunnel. Whatever it is that's been going on, like let's say that if you've been trying to get something off the ground, literally here with this card, if you've been trying to make something happen, if it's been stuck somewhere, because the other thing I get with this card is that you're in two worlds. So you're in shallow water. The turtle can be underwater, it can be on land. So, and then here, these fish can fly through the air, but they also live underwater. And same thing with the otter. So we're in the water and we're out of the water. So it's like you're living in two worlds. Maybe you have a job just to have a job, just so that you have a paycheck, and you're trying to get a business off the ground, or you want to turn a hobby into a career, or you want to get a different job, or you want to move somewhere, or whatever the situation may be. the light at the end of the tunnel, and also you're not always, your future self wants you to know that you're not always going to be in this in-between. Things are going to start changing for you. And your future self wants you to know that the best thing that you can do for yourself right now is to try to have some peace. Just know that things are working for you. There are things going on under the surface that you can't see. It's like you're trying to see it, but you can't quite see it yet. It's not quite formulated yet, but it's going to happen for you. So just stay true to yourself. Try to do something fun. Try to keep having fun and joy in your life while you're going through this process, while you're waiting for things to kind of click into place. Okay, let's look at your other oracle cards. For pile number 2, what else do you want to tell? What does your future self want to tell you? Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So yeah, remember when I just said do something fun? Try not to think about things for a day or two or a weekend or something. Do something fun, because I feel that your personality is, I feel like you have a very fun, enjoyable personality. You like to do fun things. You like to be out in the world. You like to connect with people. You like to have fun. And I feel like for one reason or another, you're not doing those things right now. Because there's some sort of waiting period. For some reason, there's a waiting period here. And so your future self wants you to know to just take a break, take a breather. Don't think about things for the weekend. Go out, do something fun. Even if you go by yourself, go out and do something fun, because I feel like for some of you, going out and doing something by yourself, if that's something that you're not used to doing, I think you may either meet somebody when you're out, or, you know, like friends, or even a love interest, whatever it is. But there's something about just getting out and breathing some fresh air, just doing something, a change of scenery. And because I'm seeing somebody going out on their own, like sitting on a patio or going for a walk or going to a park, whatever it is, something. But I see you talking to somebody there, meeting somebody there. So just take that for what it is. Your future self is, it's almost like your future self is showing me that you could find a connection with somebody if you go out and do something on your own. So take that for whatever it means to you. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. See, you're in a process right now. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being. Remember I told you that you're in two worlds right now. You're on land, but you're also in water. That's because things are falling into place. They're not quite in place yet. They're getting there. And so as the universe is getting ready for you, as your soul is getting ready for these things that are coming up for you, just know that these things are on their way to you. So really the biggest thing that I'm getting so far, your future self is trying to tell you, don't worry about these things, because worrying about these things is just going to take away that beautiful, joyful spirit that you have. So trust that good things are on their way to you. Okay, now we're going to look at your tarot cards. Okay, for pile number 2, what does their future self want to say? The 7 of Cups. Well, first of all, I feel that you kind of have your heart set on something. You're hoping it's going to happen, but you're wondering if it is going to happen. And I think that some of you may be making up scenarios in your head, thinking, almost second guessing yourself. Was this a good decision? Did I make the wrong decision? Did I not look at this at all the details correctly? You are trying to tell yourself, your future self is trying to tell you that everything's going to click. Everything's going to make sense soon. Don't second guess yourself. Don't question yourself. Don't get caught up in scenarios in your head. Things are going to work out for you. Things are going to make sense. Stick to your original idea. Does that make sense for some of you? Let's say that some of you had an idea to start up like a group meetup or something like that, and then it didn't work out. Well, it could have been that the right people weren't going to be going to that meetup at that particular time. So maybe the time is coming up for you, or if you're trying to get something off the ground, if you're trying to launch a company or, get back into a hobby or something like that. If you had delays, don't worry, don't get stuck on those delays, because remember, it was just Mercury retrograde too. So the energy is going to start to change pretty soon. So just keep that in mind. The Six of Wands, your future self wants you to know that you're going to get everything that you want. No matter what it is, there is success on its way to you. You're going to have people around you. Remember with the otter, I saw like a sense of community or socializing, something like that, being around people who share your same values, who want to do the same things that you want to do. People are going to celebrate you. You're going to find your soul tribe. And if this is more has to do with you launching something, getting something off the ground, then your future self is trying to tell you that it's going to work. You're going to be leaping for joy. You're not always going to be in these two worlds, on the ground and in the water. Like, this period of transition is not always going to be here. Soon you're going to be celebrating. The Tower card. Yes, exactly. This is a really good card here. You're going to be coming out of this phase that you're in right now. This feeling of things feeling a little bit stagnant, things moving too slow for you, things that aren't working, things that just this entire situation that you're in right now is going to start to crumble piece by piece by piece. And you're going to start to see these energetic upgrades and a new way of being. So this is very positive. Things are coming together. The universe is working in your favor. So your future self wants you to know, again, just have patience, because remember I said there's things you can't see. So all of these things are in the works here. You just can't see it yet. We have the Death card. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You're going to go from, okay, how I can explain this Death card is with the Otter card here. So we have this darkness up here, and then look at all this light. So you're going to go from feeling whatever's going on with each of you. Some of you feel stuck. Some of you feel alone. Some of you feel like you don't know if you're ever going to get your ideas off the ground, whatever it is. So you're going from this darkness to that. Okay. So I feel with the Tower card is breaking away the darkness that we have here. And then with the Death card, this is like rebirth. This is going into a new cycle, a new phase. And that's when we get all this light here. So your future self wants you to know, again, don't worry, things are changing. Things will be changing soon. So just keep that in mind. Then we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, the Four of Cups, I feel like some of you are getting impatient. Some of you are saying, when is it going to happen? And kind of, I'm seeing somebody in my mind kind of stomping their foot saying, well, when is it going to happen? I've been waiting forever. And your future self is saying, yes, I know, trust me, I know. But it's happening for you. So again, where was that card? Was it Get Off the Treadmill here? There was something about, oh yeah, reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. So to align more with this breakthrough that you're about to have here, try try to get out of this feeling. Try to get out of feeling annoyed, feeling like, oh, maybe it's never going to happen, because it is going to happen. And remember, I told you to go out and do something fun that you might meet somebody. Okay, that's this card. Don't be stuck in this annoyed energy because you might miss an opportunity. So take this as a chance to just step outside this energy, because just doing that could change the whole entire situation. And another thing I'm getting with the Death card is the beginning of the year. So like the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. So it's possible that you might start to see things slowly changing through the rest of this year, but then you're really going to start to see the other side of things like December, January, okay, because this is 13 here, so 12 plus 1 obviously is 13. So it could be like the end of December, the beginning of January, or sometime within those 2 months. But even before that, you could start to see things shifting a little bit here with this card. Okay. We have the Moon card. Well, for some reason, your journey is a bit of a mystery, but listen to your intuition because it's going to help guide you. And I think that you have been. I feel though that it's gotten a little bit clouded because you're feeling this great sense of annoyance, like maybe feeling like you made a mistake, or why aren't things working? And it's kind of like brought you down a level, which is completely understandable, because obviously because you want things to be different and you don't want to have to wait for what seems like forever for them. But your future self is telling you that things are in the works, things are changing, don't get down on yourself. And there's also something about following a path or doing something. So if you have an idea to do something, maybe you don't know exactly why. It could be something that just kind of pops in your head. Maybe you're sitting at home over the weekend and then you just get this idea to go. Maybe there's like a local restaurant or a place to go get tea or coffee or something like that, and you just say, you know what, I'm going to go there. Or if there's like a little club or something where you can go, if there's live music or something, and so you know what, I'm just going to go out there. Even if you're by yourself, I'm just getting like you might have this idea that just pops up in your head. Follow that, because that could be what I was talking about earlier when I said that go do something by yourself if you don't have anybody to go with, because you could meet other people there. So just keep that in mind. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so this journey that you're on, this feeling of not feeling connected to your soul tribe or not connected to your ultimate goal in life, that's going to be changing soon. You're almost there. Your future self wants you to know that it's been a difficult journey. It's been a long journey. It's been, for some of you, one thing after another, but that's about to change. So don't give up. Try not to be annoyed or depressed or sad, because things are going to change. You truly don't have that much longer to go before things change for you. Look at that. Look at, you have the Sun card. Remember, we're eliminating this darkness and we're bringing out the sun. And not only that, but the Sun card is right below the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. This is getting what you want. This is being around people, celebrating. This is like, the Sun card describes the otter, because the otter is so happy and playful and just so full of life. And that's what the Sun card is here. So your future self is trying to tell you that if you haven't been feeling like yourself, whatever is missing in your life is going to be replaced. You're going to find so much joy and so much happiness, and you're literally going to be leaping through the air. You're going to feel revived. You're going to feel so much better. And this could be whatever your situation is. So this could be if you're trying to launch that business or get your hobby turned into a career, whatever it is, if you're trying to find your soul tribe, your community, your people, whatever it is that's going to happen for you, it's literally night and day. We have the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, again, this takes me back to when I said if you have this flash of an idea to go do something, it's almost like going to a place, doing something, like this flash of idea. Now, when you have these flashes like that, these ideas that just pop in and out of your mind, that's usually your intuition. That's your future self. That's your spirit guides trying to guide you. So I feel like you might have this flash of inspiration or an idea to do something. Your future self wants you to know to follow that, because following that idea could be the trigger to change things for the better. It's like a flash of inspiration, something that you might say, oh, I should go do that. And then you might say, oh yeah, but I don't have anybody to go do that with. Never mind. No. Your future self is saying, no, still go do it, because it's almost like once you get there, you won't be alone anymore, because there might be people there, or you might, let's say if it has something to do with your work or your business, trying to get your business off the ground, it's like you could be networking with people or something. And we have the Emperor card. So with the Emperor card, whatever this idea is, and for some of you, this idea could be a way out of your situation in general. So it could be that, oh, I figured out how I can launch my business. Or it could be, I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna go out by myself, even though I don't have people to go out with. I'm just gonna go do it. I'm gonna meet people. I'm just gonna make it happen. Whatever your situation is, you're making things happen. Even if you think that you're not, you are. If you listen to your intuition here that we talked about, you're going to start building this life that you want. You're going to start to see things happening. And it's really going to be sparked by letting go of this, letting go of feeling annoyed that things haven't happened yet, feeling a little bit defeated. Letting go of that is going to allow you to really create and construct whatever it is, this vision that you have. We have the Four of Swords. Don't worry about things. Don't worry about it. Whatever you want, put it out into the universe. Your future self wants you to know there's nothing to worry about. Things are happening. Your timeline is happening. Things are just going a little bit slower because other things need to line up with your timeline. Does that make sense? So try to relax instead of like brooding on the fact that it hasn't happened yet. So try to stay positive, relax, take a nap, and then go out and do something fun, because your life's about to change. The Eight of Pentacles. I feel that you've put a lot of work into something. This could be any situation. This could literally be work. This could be, again, trying to turn a hobby into a career. This could be if you moved somewhere. You put a lot of work into moving, searching for a new job, getting everything lined up, finding your new home, getting that set up. Whatever the situation is, it's like you put so much work into this and then you're just waiting. Well, your future self wants you to know that the wait is going to be worth it, and keep working, keep pursuing your goals, keep being you. Don't lose your fabulous, fun personality because it's taking a little longer for something to happen. And know that you're not always going to be in these two worlds. You're going to eventually come into the place that you've dreamed of. So it's like everything that you have envisioned for yourself, everything that you want to happen, people, places, all of these things are going to come together. They're all going to come together. You're going to be guided, and you're not alone. So your future self is looking out for you. You know, like your soul is guiding you, spirit guides. Again, pay attention to flashes of inspiration, because I feel like you're going to start to get those, and those are going to start to help guide you to where you're supposed to be going. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you can find the link for my website in the description box below. Hello, pile number 3. Your stone is Apatite, and your card is Raccoon. What's interesting about this card in this particular deck is that this card really signifies somebody who is creative. So someone who, you could be an artist, musician, creative really on any level. I mean, there's all kinds of creativity, that different types, different realms of creativity. So whatever it is, what I feel with this card is that for some reason, you're keeping your talents hidden. For some reason, you don't want to show the world what you've been doing, or you don't want to, it's like you're keeping it to yourself for some reason. And I think part of the reason could be, what I'm getting is that you have either, some of you may have self-limiting beliefs, or you may have imposter syndrome. And if you don't know, imposter syndrome is when, like, you may feel like, oh, well, somebody else could be successful doing that, but I couldn't possibly be successful doing that. Or when you are successful, it's like, well, I don't think I deserve this. You know, that kind of thought process, for some reason, you're feeling these things. So it could be that, it could be that you feel like, oh, this won't work. Like, why would it work for me? Well, why wouldn't it work for you, would be my question. So your future self is trying to tell you to let go of these self-limiting beliefs and kind of step out into the world. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're doing something creative. We'll see more when we look at your cards. It could just be that you need to get creative about your situation. So maybe you're in a situation where you feel that you're stuck somewhere, or if you're, let's just say, for instance, if you're trying to start a business or get a new job or something like that, it seems like you have self-limiting beliefs on some level, no matter what your situation is. So whatever your situation is, your future self is trying to tell you that those thoughts really have no purpose or place in your life. There's no reason to feel that way. And your future self knows, because this is your future self. So let's look at your oracle cards and see what else your future self wants to tell you. What else would you like to say to pile number 3? Okay, apparently those cards want to come out. So let's go ahead and take these. I think there's 3 here. Okay. So first of all, keeping it in check, pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Keeping it in check, pay attention to what is going on around you. I mean, it does seem like you're in the dark about something. So bringing light to something, making sure that you look at all the details. Maybe you're not accepting something that is meant for you. Maybe you just want to take the first thing because you're so surprised that anybody is paying attention to whatever this is that you have to offer, that you're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to jump into this. I'm just going to take that because somebody said yes. Well, slow down a little bit. Make sure you look at all of the information. Make sure that you look at all of the details, because your future self is trying to tell you that if you do have these self-limiting beliefs, anytime, so if you think that you're not going to get any offers, let's say you're looking for a job and for some reason you think, oh, well, no one's going to want to hire me. I haven't done this particular job before. Maybe you're new to this career. And so you take that first offer, slow down a minute, because there's going to be other things coming up in your life that could be better than that first thing. Okay, then we have life is better together. Seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. So are there people in your community who could help you with this? So let's say if you are a creative, whatever it is you're doing, do you want to get your artwork out there? Do you want to sing in a lounge? Do you want to, if you're a stand-up comedian, do you want to do your stand-up at this particular venue? Whatever it is, there are people out there who can help you get what you want. People who, connections who can help you. So don't be shy. Your future self is saying, don't be shy. Reach out to people. I'm getting some sense of, also, for some reason you're afraid to ask for things. Maybe you want to always do things on your own. But don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You have all of these beautiful people around you who want to help you, who want to see you succeed. So don't be afraid. I'm getting a sense of fear about whatever this is that's going on. And your future self is saying there's no reason to be fearful. Okay, diving to new depths. There is a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you are feeling about your current situation. You know what I feel here? I feel your future self is asking you, why do you feel like you're not good enough? Because you are. So why do you feel that way? Why are you hiding yourself here? Why do you feel like whatever it is that you have to offer to people or a situation isn't, why do you think other people won't like that, or they won't like you, or is it a fear of rejection? Because your future self is really, really, really stressing to me to tell you that there's no basis for that. The only thing that's limiting you and where you go is this thought process that you found yourself in. And your future self is saying that all you have to do is literally just take a deep breath and do it. Just try it one time. At least try it one time and see that, you know what, it's not that bad. Maybe you have stage fright or something if you are an artist. So maybe you have this incredible, beautiful voice, but you have stage fright. So maybe just try it and see what happens. Just be gentle with yourself. Okay, let's look at your other cards. What else does your future self want to tell you? Okay, mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Yeah, there's something triggering this fear that you have. Is it something that happened in your past? So I'm getting it's like you don't trust what you see. Like when you look in the mirror, you don't see what other people see. It's like, I feel like you know that you have talent or something, or you have a good idea, whatever this is. And even, you know, if you're starting your own business, or if you're literally, it could be anything. If you're trying to bring something out into the world, even that in itself is creative. Running your own business is creative. It might not be creative in the sense that we normally think of as far as like being a singer or whatever, anything like that, or painter or anything like that, like an actual like artist. But you have to be creative. You have to be a creative problem solver and, you know, everything else that goes along with that. But Why do you feel like you're not good enough? Why do you have this imposter syndrome? What is it? Okay, so I'm feeling like you take a couple steps forward and then something's triggering you. And then you want to like crawl back into your cave. So your future self is trying to tell you to figure out exactly what this is and try to figure out a way to work past that. Because I'm getting here with all of these cards, I'm getting that your emotions are getting the best of you. So the raccoon is an earth card, and then you have all of these water cards up here so far. So it's like you want to stay still and literally stick to the ground where you are feeling safe and comfortable. And you don't want to come out here and express yourself and move out of your comfort zone, because this is very, very, very scary and it's triggering. So your future self is saying that the way forward is to work through your fears. Okay, what else? Dance with life, do something to change your energy. Yeah. What can you do to get out of this mind frame here? So it's interesting that you have an earth card, water, 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 and then this makes me think this is like more grounded, standing on the earth. So take baby steps. Your future self is saying small steps. So I think I said that earlier too. Try something, just something a little bit. So let's just say, for instance, that let's say you're an artist, you're creating this beautiful art, these art pieces. If you're afraid to actually present like your whole portfolio, take a few pieces to some friends, some family, get their feedback. So start there, and then the next step would be showing strangers. So take little steps, do something that will make you feel more confident. And then, then eventually you can post it online, or you can go to an art gallery, or, if you're trying to create a business or something, take little steps that will help boost your confidence. Maybe present your idea to somebody. If you need to get a loan, maybe speak out loud. If you have a presentation or something that you want to give to somebody about proving your idea and saying, well, this is my idea, this is how I'm going to get from here to here, whatever it is, just start speaking that out into the universe. Start working on it a little bit at a time, because then you'll start to feel a little more comfortable moving out of your comfort zone. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards. What else would you like to say? Pile number 3. What does your future self want to say? Okay. The 5 of Cups. So did something happen before? I feel like something kind of broke your soul, broke your energy here. Something made you feel less than. Something didn't work out too. I really feel like you just have this self-defeating thoughts sometimes. And what your future self is saying with this card is so let's just say that you were trying to get, let's just say, I don't know why this keeps coming to my mind, but let's just say that, for instance, if you're auditioning for something, or if you're a stand-up comedian or something like that. Let's say you audition, maybe you're an actor and you auditioned for something and you were rejected. Well, don't focus on that. Maybe these rejections, or maybe you're looking for a new job, and maybe your job is something creative and you're looking for a new job and you just keep getting rejection after rejection. Well, the thing that your future self wants you to know, no matter what the situation is that, first of all, open the window and literally let go of those thoughts. Literally take those thoughts and throw them out the window. That's step number 1. Step number 2, Your future self wants you to know that you're being protected from something. There is something so much better for you out there. And don't let your self-defeating thoughts get in the way of what is still there. So you have these 2 cups over here. So not all is lost. The only thing that was lost would be things that will not work anyway. So you really didn't lose anything. Okay? So try to keep that in mind as you go forward. The Lover's card. Look at that. Look, I mean, could I have picked a better card if I was picking them myself? Look at this. So what I just said is that nothing's actually lost here. You have 2 things here that are perfect. And then what do you have here? A perfect combination of 2 things. And then you have the sun shining down on. You have your future self up here saying, hey, I told you so. Okay? So for whatever reason, whenever you're feeling defeated or having a sense of imposter syndrome, whatever it is. Oh, and also look at life is better together. And then the Lover's card. Whatever it is, just know that divine timing is coming in. Know that the only way to move forward is to put yourself out there. Even some of you, this is making me think of a relationship with the Lover's card here. So maybe you've had a few failed relationships in the past. Maybe you put in all your effort and things just didn't work out for you. You have a lot to offer somebody. So just put yourself out there. You're going to meet somebody who is meant for you. And so if it's not a relationship, when you put yourself out there, you're going to be putting yourself directly in line with the people that you need, to this community that you need, that will help you along this journey, that will enjoy this journey with you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, stepping out and laying those seeds, laying that foundation. What is it that you want? What is it that you see yourself doing? What is it that you want to grow? Because whatever this idea is that you have, it is a fantastic idea. This idea that you have is really rooted in like passion, really rooted in something that perhaps you've wanted to do for a while, but you seem to be afraid to take that first step. Your future self is telling you, you have this massive opportunity here. So even though you're really, really scared, take the steps forward. Take baby steps. Just slowly move forward. We have the Five of Swords. With this card, the first thing that came to my mind is these limiting beliefs that you have, this imposter syndrome that you have. It's almost battling your ego, battling the positive and negative of your ego, and which one is going to win. Are you going to let the self-defeating ego win, or are you going to tell that part of your brain to go away? And are you going to go with the side of your brain that's telling you that you're going to be successful? So your future self wants you to know that basically it's your choice, and your future self wants you to definitely make the right choice. I only laugh because your future self is really hoping that you make the right choice with this. So your reading so far is all about changing your thought process, taking a chance, not giving into your fears, and also relying on your community. Definitely keep that in mind, that You don't have to do this all on your own. Other people will be able to help guide you to meet the right people that will help you get to where you want to go. We have the Empress card, exactly what I just said. So this is your future self showing you exactly what you can have. The Empress card is someone who has reached all of their goals. This is somebody who went from feeling like the raccoon and the Five of Cups, feeling really scared and feeling a little bit lost, feeling defeated, to knowing that you made the right decisions, knowing that you have a lot of opportunities around you, feeling more comfortable in your skin, facing those things that were triggering you, facing those things that made you feel less than or not worthy. So you see, you face those things here and you said, you know what, I don't need to feel this way anymore. And then by doing that, you become the Empress card. This is success. This is allowing things to unfold, allowing things to grow. This is birthing those ideas that you have and feeling on top of your game, feeling like you've accomplished everything that you set out to accomplish. We have the Eight of Cups. Yes, exactly. What I just said. The Empress card is you leaving the raccoon and the Five of Cups. Walking away from these thoughts, this self-image that you have that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, your skills, your talents aren't good enough, your personality isn't good enough. Whatever these fears are that you have, it's walking away from that. Following your dreams, knowing that you don't have to hold on to these fears anymore. Saying, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to do something to change my situation. Your future self wants you to know that the way forward is understanding that this thought process is not the way to go about things. And also what I'm getting is that, okay, that's what I just got, that your future self wants to tell you that you are the Empress. You're not supposed to be someone who's hiding in the shadows. You're supposed to be someone who is celebrated, and you will be celebrated. Okay? Then we have the Six of Swords. I love how you have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. So both of these cards talk about leaving a situation. They're both different, but they're similar. So with the Six of Swords, something that has been weighing heavily on your mind, again with the Five of Cups here, it's you leaving that situation behind, you walking away from that situation, you trying to find more emotional balance. So what I see here is you taking, remember we talked about taking little steps? What was it? There was a card somewhere, I think, talking about taking little steps, or maybe I just said that. I don't know, but I know I talked about it earlier. So this is what I was saying, taking those, I think I said it. If not, I was thinking it. Okay, sometimes I have so many thoughts in my head for the collective that sometimes it kind of jumbles in and I can't remember what I said and didn't say. Okay, anyway, so taking these little steps, little baby steps, moving forward, and you move here and then you feel more comfortable. So then you take the second step and you say, okay, well, this isn't so bad. Okay, good. So then take a third step. So slowly kind of acclimating to coming out of your shell. Your future self is saying that that's going to be the best way for you to move forward through this. Little steps, so that you can see that what used to be triggering you is no longer triggering you. So then you can take a little bit, you know, you took one step yesterday, so then you can take 2 steps tomorrow or 2 steps next week. Okay, then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. slow steps forward, slowly pursuing your goal, slowly stepping out into the world, having confidence, knowing that I feel like you have to pursue these goals. You have to pursue this passion that you have. You have to follow your heart. But you're so scared that it's kind of like you're back and forth, like we see here. Which one's going to win? Am I going to be scared or am I going to be brave today? And your future self wants you to know, just take it slow and steady. Like, you don't have to do everything overnight. Just slow and steady is what your soul and what your spirit needs. And I feel that you will know when it's time to take that next step forward. We have the Hanged Man. Exactly what I was just saying. Take a little step. You feel comfortable, then take the next step. You don't have to do everything all at once, because if you do everything all at once, I think you're going to freeze up, and I think it's going to scare you a little bit. So slow and steady is going to win the race here. But at the same time, don't move too slow. Make sure that there's some movement. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, these are slower moving cards. So take your time, move slow, process your feelings. Did anything trigger you as you took step number 2, step number 3? And really just try to check in with yourself. And slowly, I feel that you're going to kind of get a different perspective on things. You're going to start to feel better, and you're going to be able to really present yourself and your ideas, your things to the world. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, taking the right steps forward, noticing that you're starting to feel better, you're starting to feel more confident, and that things are starting to change for you. You're starting to feel so much better. And you're going to notice how people are enjoying you. People are enjoying your energy. People are curious. What's going on over there? People are going to be interested in whatever it is that you have to offer. So don't be afraid that people won't watch, people won't listen, people won't pay attention, because they will. It's just this slow process that's going to all come together. We have the Seven of Cups. So your future self is trying to tell you, don't think of what is the worst possible outcome. Don't think that way. Your future self wants you to know to reverse that thought process. Okay, reverse that. Think about all of the positive things that could happen. Look at the good things that could happen. Follow your heart and know that things are going to line up for you. So your future self is it's amusing to me, because your future self is laughing at the way that you will make up the absolute worst case scenario. And I'm not saying that's funny. I'm getting this energy from your future self. So don't make up the worst case scenario. Maybe go middle of ground. You don't have to go to the best case scenario. Maybe you just go middle ground and say, okay, well, hopefully it's going to be positive, but we'll see. Instead of coming up with the absolute worst thing, and maybe it's too much for you to say, oh, it's going to be the best night ever. So try to go like maybe the middle ground. And I think you'll make some progress doing that. We have the Sun card. I am so happy that you got the Sun card for your last card. Look at that. Look at how it's like freedom from feeling stuck. Look at that. You literally have the sun shining. So you're going from this to this. The sun is shining on your ideas. Spirit is shining on your ideas. Your future self wants you to know that you're going to be successful. People are going to love what you have to offer, no matter what it is. So your future self is saying to follow your heart, slowly work out of these fears that you have, and you're going to start to see little signs of success. And your future self is saying, I am telling you, you are going to be so happy. It's all going to be worth it. Okay, so I think we'll end your reading there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe if that resonates with you. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you can find the link for my website below.